Okay, guys, tonight we're gonna do some, or this morning we're gonna do some Titanfall here. Uh, got on late tonight, but that happens. Just seen earlier tonight, I clunked out on the couch. But we're gonna do a few hours here this morning. Apparently, there's new patch notes out for Titanfall, so we're gonna look over that real quick. Bet you can't just copy the text here; that'd be too awesome. Nope, nope, can't do that. Let you do that, Dave. 2.gl9j84. GL 9 9J84 YJ J84 YJ. Hopefully that's right, and it's not porn. No. 9J84 9J84 YJ. That's right. Missing the HTTP in front. We'll do that. No. Wrong here. Good morning, Hymokinetic. How's your weekend going? I hope it's lovely. 9J84YJ. 9J4YJ. 9J84YJ. May I be dyslexic this morning? I don't think so. I think that. Fuck's sakes, let me click on it. It should be a link. Comless forums, let's go there. I'm done with that. Spawn.com/forums. How's your weekend going, Brisky? Hope it's lovely. News. Let's see if patch notes are here. They should be here. 1 week at respawn. This is old, isn't it? No. Been updated? No, there's a lot of bickering going on right now. Didn't know Saji. I finished enjoying it. Right now I'm actually watching Kill la Kill. I will be updating my recommended anime after I finish watching it. I have not finished watching it. It's more of an FLCL. It's not the best anime in the world I've seen, but it's shonen. It's a fun watch, so it's something I'll definitely put up there, because I haven't updated my anime list in forever. Definitely should do that. Didn't know Saji. That's Silver Spoon, right? Yeah, that's on my recommended anime list. No Saji. There's another season. I saw that. There's season 2. I haven't watched it yet, though. Yeah. It's interesting. It's definitely an interesting anime. It's not just... It's kind of a slice of life, but it also gives you, like, a different kind of feel. It's not meant to be a more stereotypical anime, which I think is really cool. I think, like, it gives you a different look on, like, suburban life in, like, Japan. I don't know how much of that's true, but it's still, it's interesting. It has, it has like a little bit of, it has the awkward, not the awkward, the different setting, and then they throw, there's character development on top of it too. I was pretty impressed with it. It's a cute little watch. It is. Yeah. Kill la Kill's solid. Yeah. It's FLCL material, meaning it's just random, kind of sort of thing. It's like Bakemonogatari. There's like a bunch of those. Really fucked up. I guess this is what makes it interesting. Yeah. I don't like the first Full Metal Alchemist. I've said that every time. I don't like the first Full Metal Alchemist, but the other one's pretty cool. Or not the other ones. The Brotherhood is pretty cool. Where the fuck is the patch notes? I want to see the patch notes. General discussion, Titanfall. Oh my god. Titanfall patch notes. Hey, there we go. Okay, look at this. We found it. PAX East. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Oh, here we go. Wow. That's pretty big. We'll go over this. This is bigger text though. They could definitely downsize the text by like 2 times and like kill those margins that are ginormous. Yep. Definitely appealing to some of the younger crowd. Um, I'm enjoying watching it, but it's nothing. There isn't super awesome character development in there or anything. It's just meant to be random sort of thing, like I said. Okay, so private match beta, first public test of the new private match game mode. This gives you a way to organize matches with and against your friends for casual or tournament play. Some features are unified or not implemented, and we welcome your feedback. A few highlights: private matches support 2 to 12 players, 1 to 6 players in each team. Okay, capture flag. No XP gain in private mode. A lobby leader. Still played on private servers, party colors. Okay. Removed wallhack exploit. PC cheaters were able to modify their local configuration files to enable a sort of wall hacking cheat using game code. What? What? Whoops, we just accidentally left that backdoor wall hack in the game. I guess we'll have to fix that. Oh my god. Oh my god. At least they admit to it. That is still pretty horrible though. If they're using game code built into the game to cheat. We left this variable open so people can just, tweak it and then get a wall hack. Yep. What? Any changes? Well, at least they cleaned that up. That there's still, cheats. It's fucking all over the place. Gonna fix everything right here. There's probably more people using like legit, well, not legit, legit cheats than they're using something like this. Uh, Campaign modes definitely should have reorganized the button. They fixed that. Game version on the main menu. Good. Xbox Party app shortcut. Okay. Game balances Gooser challenge based on recent feedback from fans of the game. The Gen 5 requirement of Gooser required players to kill 50 ejecting pilots will be reduced to 5. Oh my god. We had a couple of design goals for Generation was to give players a structured way to discover the experience, of course. Ways of playing the game they might not otherwise have tried, which I've talked about before, and I think it's a good idea. The second was to recognize players' mastery of various skills, going beyond just time played. Yes, I also understand that. We went a bit too far with the challenge, maybe. Especially considering the unique conditions that have to be met just to have the opportunity to kill on an ejecting pilot. We understand some players have already completed the challenge or have already earned more than the new requirements, so they'll be internally noting those players so we can recognize their accomplishments in a future game update. Sweet. 40mm magazine size, yes, definitely 40mm is way too powerful. Not just the default magazine, the whole extended mag is like 25 rounds. It should be like half that. It's intended to be the only weapon that can take a Titan down without reloading if used skillfully. However, the 20-round magazine we're providing too high, overly intolerant, indiscriminate fire. We've reduced it to 12 rounds per magazine, definitely. Which still allows players to take Titans down without reloading, but helps balance it out against other Titans weapons. Extended mag has also been dropped from 25 to 16. That's still pretty high. And that's the only thing you use. I mean, if there is like an alternative, like 3-round burst, I guess I can understand that. But most people don't use a 3-round burst. It's just too powerful. During quad rockets magazine size. Yeah, quad rockets definitely do not feel powerful enough for the for a rocket weapon. Definitely does not feel powerful enough. Now, apparently they nerfed it hardcore in development. It currently can struggle against other Titan weapons, and going back to the 5.6 default extended mag. Yeah, that'd definitely help. Good. Titan quad rocket damage versus Titan shields. It was taking too long to drop the Titan shields with the quad rocket. Yes. 5 shots with the quad rocket. Oh my god. This is the only Titan weapon that had an issue with dropping shields before you reload. They can drop shields in 4 shots now. I guess it'd be better. Yes, they're definitely 5.6. Titan quad rocket rapid fire mods mag size change. We upped the magazine size. Quad rockets rapid fire. Yes. Yep. To coincide with the 5.6 magazine change for the quad rocket. Increased it from 16 to 18. Amped Crabber Titan damage change. We upped the damage that the Amped Crabber burn card does to Titans. I didn't even know it did damage to Titans. It is now the only significantly effective small arms weapon against Titans. Note this only applies to the amped version of the Crabber. Not so cool. They definitely should modify it so it can be good against Titans. Maybe even make a mod for it, like they do with Slammer for the LMG. Damage goes up from 100 to 800. A lot of damage. Actually, I don't know how much damage normal Titan weapons do. Or like anti-Titan weapons. They don't actually note it in game. They got little slider bars that probably are subjectively set by the developers. Unfortunately. I don't know how much damage that means it does to Titans, though. Hardpoint domination scoring change is good. Go on to reward and encourage players to go out and capture enemy hardpoints. Important as defending a hardpoint is, capturing them is more important and tougher tasks generally. PlanetSide 2, so this is interesting. There's some overlap right here between PlanetSide 2. They also discovered this with WDS. Players were just camping, so they upped the reward value of actually capturing. Or they did the opposite. They may have increased the defensive. I don't remember which it was. PlanetSide 2 WDS changes. February. There it is. Okay. They changed it to defense. I guess it's a little bit different because PlanetSide 2 is a bigger game. So things like defense mean a lot more in that game because people don't normally defend. They're circle capping shit. But Titanfall, you just really can't do that without running into someone constantly. So. Okay. Players to go and capture enemy hardpoints. As important as defending hardpoint is, capturing them is more important and tougher tasks, generally speaking. Yes, there's a lot of people that camp in hardpoint. Definitely found that out. We do not want to completely remove points for defending, but attacking players were getting a little credit for their efforts. Capturing a hardpoint from 150 to 250. Good. Assisting capturing a hardpoint 75 to 100. Neutralizing a hardpoint from 50 to 150. Okay. And they reduce the amount of points you get from killing someone in the hardpoint. Yeah. Definitely less emphasis on defending. They nerfed defensive score a little bit too much, though. You can tell this already. That's like a 60% nerf to the score. Make a big difference. Capture the flag scoring changes. This is good that they're changing up the scoring. It definitely needed to be changed up. It was too monotonous. Like, it didn't have enough differentiation. You weren't actually rewarded for things that matter. Oftentimes, a lot of video games don't have a proper scoring system, and that really fucks with things because people, they get their EPing points off reward from capturing or maybe just from killing people. But if you make score more emphasized, it doesn't matter how many people they kill if they don't actually get rewarded for it. So something like a scoring system like this right here is good. Okay, so we wanted to make sure the big payoff to capture the flag came from capturing the flag, killing the carrier, and then returning the flag was worth 400 points, while capturing the flag was worth 500 points in comparison. These are meant to reward players who capture a flag a bit more than those who kill the carrier and return the flag to base. Defense is still an important aspect of capture the flag, so we want to make sure to keep defending points high enough to still encourage player defense. Good. Capturing a flag from 500 to 400, returning a flag from 250 to 100. Killing a flag carrier from 150 to 200. Okay, so they're basically rewarding the risk. It's a nerf to the amount of points you get from capturing it, but also the points from actually doing flag work without actually, doing the objective is reduced a lot. Good. I'm assuming stuff like this actually plays into a ladder, and you can't go up the ladder without, scoring points. So there's a lot of, I've watched Twitch streams, and there's a lot of people that just play capture the flag as deathmatch, which I don't think's right. All they do is just run around and kill people that are trying to cap the flag, and they stomp them. I don't think that's right. They should be playing attrition if they want to play a game match like that, play the fucking objective. But apparently they find it easier to rape people that are, actually trying to, because capture the flag is a very dynamic objective. They're actually trying, just to kill people. And tribes to a certain extent had that, but people in tribes like flag carriers had a lot of leeway, and they could move really fast. Flag routes were basically optimized, completely optimized, where you can't catch flag carriers unless you know their ski route, because they go so fast. Although not entirely true, it is possible to intercept them, and they do make mistakes, but it's a rush. It really is a rush playing tribes and capture the flag. Maybe not so much. It's a little bit frenzied action I've seen in Titanfall. Not as awesome as, or not Plan Side tribes, but pretty close. Capture flag in tribes ascend. Tribes in general is amazing, and it perfectly fits the game. Bug fixes, okay. Fire ordinance will not show on the map. Titans could be called in through solid geometry. Sweet. Oh, the Titan shields now protect friendly rodeo players from explosion damage. Good. I have definitely gotten exploded with arc cannon. I just thought their shields are down, but apparently it's not always true. Fix the case where pilots can bark and Titan through. Aw, I like doing that. You just get a little edge on the Titan where you get the E and it just pulls you through. Fire LMG off. Okay, the archer now locks on the top of heavy turret rather than the base of the turret. I never tried using the archer. Turrets usually just attack them unless you're in a Titan. Okay. Greatly reduce the bandwidth used when connecting to a server. Fronts now show up on the minimap when they shoot. Sweet. Bug fixes PC. No joy. Why'd you want to disable game? Oh, I guess maybe. You have a gamepad connected? All anti-aliasing images should now properly displayed in the video settings. If I remember right, anti-aliasing didn't work. Graphics corruption for Sly and Crossfire. I noticed this. I noticed sometimes the Smart actually talked about this. I think I noticed in the beta. Sometimes, depending on your field of view, the little reticule wouldn't actually be correct. It wasn't on. But there's nothing in here about fixing, allowing players to uncap their FPS. There's nothing in here about the micro stuttering or jitter. You know, the really important things for PC players have not been addressed here, unless they've already addressed it, because I haven't played for like a week, but I definitely doubt that. Okay, selection. Ooh, here we go. More custom loadout slots, don't care. Ability to rename custom loadout, don't care. Although, that'd probably be nice for a lot of players. People like customizing stuff like that. Last game summary shows the scoreboard from the previous match. Good. That should have been done in the first place. Good morning, Kildahar. Additional customizations, don't care, but useful. Better 120 hertz monitor support, also really care. I hope this addresses the FPS problems in the game. The inconsistency. It doesn't even need to be inconsistency. It needs to be. They need to be able to uncap FPS without your computer basically exploding. Although I have a 144 hertz monitor, I hope they're taking that into account. And this just is in a niche scenario where, like, oh, we'll do the 120 hertz. That's fine, sort of thing. Pickup prompt for drop down, good. And there should be a notation of what weapons are worth picking up. Good morning, Ipenex. Enhanced interaction with challenges. You'll be able to review your challenges. Okay. Players evacuated. Players dead with auto titan still alive. Players alive. Okay. This is very important. This needs to get done. They need to fix the problems with the FPS consistency in the game. It wouldn't hurt. There's nothing here also about hit detection. Big deal in this game and should be fixed. They didn't note anything. Pretty comprehensive patch notes. They did a lot of changes. Although it's really big font, so they could be, you know, just plain the I'm writing a paper with a 24 font or something like that instead of 12. But definitely, so FPS they need to fix. They need to be able to uncap the FPS. I want to uncap FPS. Not going to lie, a lot of gamers want to uncap their FPS. So if you cap FPS on PC, people aren't going to like it. I read and heard that maybe that's related to networking, which I haven't had any problems with Source games and uncapped FPS, so it'd be really weird if this game has problems with FPS and uncapping it. I hope it's something they look into and they fix, but no idea. No idea. Okay. I hope they're addressing that, I really do. And I have 104, so this should be /144, because there are 144 Hz monitors, especially popular because they're second gen, meaning like after the first wave of 120 Hz monitors came out, the second wave did, and they support, have better support, and they do 144 Hz better than 120. You know, there's a lot of teething issues with 120 because it was the first line of monitors to actually go above 60. Well, there's also those 75 and the 85s, which are really weird, and there's really no reason to upgrade to them over a 120 or 144. Because of this patch, I got the game. I'm hoping to pay full price so you can get it on sale right now. Worth about, I'd say, $45, so if you paid that, definitely worth it. $45, especially if they're supporting it. This is good. This is why you have DLC, so people can do stuff like this, so they can actually update your game and update the game and make it better. The Xbox, never mind. Yeah, I definitely need the uncapped FPS. They need to fix the hit reg and cheating. Definitely a big deal here. I hope they're looking into. I really do. I hope they have like a couple guys looking into cheats, dedicated guys actually looking at cheat detection. Most games don't, and they wing it, and that's bad. That kills communities because you know you're playing against that guy with the wall hack and the aimbot. I mean, even having a wall hack is just a big deal. And I understand they're in the game, but just having something in the game doesn't necessarily mean it's better. Because you have a wall hack turned on, you don't need his burn card. You can use like the amped SMG or something like that, you know, and just rape people constantly. I've already experienced that, and you know how accurate you can be at pointing people like that out is up in the air, but that's why cheat detection is very important, and they have to do it. This is kind of funny. PC cheaters were able to modify their local configuration files to enable a sort of wall hack cheat. Legit game code. That's bad. That sounds like a backdoor was left in the game, and they forgot to take it out. And it fucked a lot of players in the ass. Well, I don't know how many. There's probably just people that download cheats instead. They don't do stuff like this because this is more intimidating, and they don't actually have the expertise to do something like this. $30 isn't bad. Ipenex definitely would do it for $30. It's worth at least 100 hours of gameplay, I'd say. Maybe not that much, depending on how fast you get bored of games. So you're looking good. Definitely looking good at $30. This is good though. There's a lot of titillating bits here. Sometimes they don't do shit like that, and it really pisses me off because they don't know, like either they don't know what to address or they just don't want to do it because it takes time or something like that. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons, but obviously stuff like this very important. 120 hertz, very important right here. This is a big keynote right here. That one right there, big one. Scoring changes I like. I definitely encourage that. Um, there's some quality of life stuff here. This should have been done in the first place. Being able to see the scoreboard from last game is much more important than seeing your little burn card achievements and stuff like that. Seriously. I mean, come on now. It should even be displayed on the waiting screen or something like that. I wouldn't mind, having that little picture up there replaced with a scorecard and then having, like, the backdrop. You could just change the backdrop photo to the photo of the map. I mean, who mind a question, but that seems like the legit thing. I've seen that in games before. Definitely good approach is just having the scoreboard up on top and having a comprehensive scoreboard, also very important. Their weighting system, scoring in general. But, yeah, we're actually going to play. I have not played in like a week, so I'm going to be pretty horrible at the game. But that's okay. We're going to do a couple of hours here this morning. I got in late, like I said, so see what we got going on here. We may not be able to find games, but apparently the matchmaker... I don't know if the matchmaker's in the game yet. We'll find out.